Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to the Tuesday live stream. 2 days, 2 more days, and we are going after them. We are going after those that are charging us a lot for their IDEs. We are gonna build our own IDE, the Agentic IDE of 2026. This is what we are doing here. And you guys, you are the part of it. So one more time, what are we building? We are building Shikigami application, the application which is the Agentic IDE that allows you to manage multiple agent sessions, and as well you can code manually if you want. You can join this together, and this is what we are doing here. Okay, let's take a look at our board and what we're gonna work on today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you would like to give it a try, if you would like to see how it works, how it is to manage multiple sessions, and how it is to build software with AI agents. The application gonna be for free, and we are in a beta period. So bugs are expected, and I am expecting you to report them. Okay, so the last session. Last time we worked on the MySQL client on the component. That's what we worked 2 sessions ago. Then the last session was about bringing the business logic and actually wiring these things together. So we have that. We're gonna take a look at in a minute. And then as well, the Git history improvement. This is done as well. And I've also already implemented the updater for the macOS version of the application, so all updates now are working as in the production environment. It means I don't have to build every time we do something. I don't have to build a rebuild locally. I just run the pipeline and the whole production chain, the whole production flow is happening. This is live. And there is a missing piece, which is Linux, but I'm gonna work on it today, tomorrow, to have the great launch on Friday. Okay, so first thing is the MySQL connection configuration. So this is how it looks. You can define basic authorization. We're gonna improve that, of course, in next sessions. And this is the example that I used at work to verify if the connection can be established. So there is a test connection button. If you type in a username, password, host, and a port, you can add a custom name to it. Then you click on test connection. Of course, now it's gonna fail because Docker isn't running on my machine. But if you run Docker, for example, or you have a database in a different location, then you can specify host, port, and test connection, then refresh to see what tables are available for you. Then you click save, and that's it, and it works. This is the first step. We have to improve it. Today we're gonna work on, first we need to brainstorm on this idea, which is designing a table rows preview. Then we have to wire it with a tables rows business logic, or the code actually that will take care of establishing connection and gathering data. And then the third will be queries console. We're not gonna do queries console today, but for sure we're gonna start working on a rows preview, what means data preview, data from the database. Yeah, and one more thing, this might be interesting to you. Git preview, Git details preview. So we can collapse databases. And then on the right side, we have, once you click on a commit, on the right side, there are details related to that commit. And one of them is the tree of changes. You can click on it and then preview what was changed. Nice improvement. especially if you use Git heavily in your workflow. But okay. So I showed you MySQL client, improvement, and Git details, Git history details improvement. So we mark these things as done. Yeah, this as well. Sorry, I can move it here. I worked on it off stream. And this is, yeah, this is a small improvement, but very helpful. So now we are looking at the Shikigami workspace. You can have multiple of workspaces, but for now we have only two. One of them is my work thing, my 9 to 5 commitment, and the Shikigami is what we are working on during live streams. And then on the left sidebar there is a terminal icon. It is toggling the terminal area. And now we can switch between Agentic coding and the editor, and it's gonna stay with you if there is something that requires you to switch between these spaces and you want to keep the terminal working in both areas, then this is possible. It wasn't possible in previous version of the application. Nice improvement. So okay, for today, first thing, let's start the brainstorming on the tables preview. And let's try to fix this bug as well. That happened to me a few days ago. And the application didn't catch that the agent was in an invalid state. Let's try to improve it as well. So these two things for today. We don't have much time. So let's go. And as usual, we're gonna start with a new agent. Table rows, that's gonna be the label. Then the opus 1 million, effort is high. One agent with a dedicated work tree that's gonna be created for us. By the way, I've also improved this view, this model a bit. I removed the bypass permission checkbox because it's not necessary to check it now, because at some point Anthropic added an option to run agents in the auto mode. It means that Anthropic is taking care of understanding if commands or steps that an agent is about to take, if they are safe or not in your environment. So you don't have to worry. They try to do their best to keep us safe, and that's what I'm using. So bypass, skip bypass. Okay, can you hear me? Can you see me? Dear chat, if you are there, please let me know if everything is fine, because I think I've lost the connection for a few seconds. Please let me know. Okay, so we have the first client, first agent. And this is gonna be the brainstorm about table rows preview. So it should work like this. On the right side, we click on the databases icon, then we choose database. We choose a database, and then there are tables, which if we click 2 times on a table name, sorry, this is, okay, so this is the name of the connection. Sorry. Let me rename it. So this is local host connection. this is the database, and then so there are two things we have to add. So first one is list of tables that are within this database, and then the second thing is having preview of a certain table. So that means we can have two agents. Okay, but let's start with the first one. The first one should take care of the preview component. I want you to brainstorm on having a table databases tables rows preview. It should be a separate component as I understand, and we can start from designing preview columns and rows and of course headers, and then we can move on and focus on the logic that will load data and present them to users. Okay, so this is the first one, and let's start an agent that will create list of tables. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this area. I'm gonna drop it into this agent, to this session. So Shikigami supports drag and drop. You can decide where would you like to drop the screenshots that a screenshot that you just took. As you can see, this is a component that is presenting connections to databases and as well the databases that are available for a connection. I want you now to design, and we can brainstorm on this design, to design a list of tables that are available within a database. And it should be completely safe to work them independently, because this is the first one gonna create a new component for us and the new logic. The second one will update the existing component, which is the databases component, with a list of connections that you configured and a list of databases that are available within a connection. Okay, and the third agent gonna look at the login response from Cloud Agent, because that's exactly what happened. So I started a session, I sent a first message, and then there was a response that I need to re-authenticate. And that wasn't catched by Shikigami. Shikigami just thought that there is a work happening in the background, and that's not correct. It should notify you that there is an awaiting input from your side, like exactly like here, yeah, exactly like here. So on the left side, this agent just let us know that it waits for our action. The one on the right side is still busy, and this is correct. That's why it is green. And if you don't want to see those, you can disable this functionality in the settings. On the top right corner there is an icon. Once you click on it, you go into the settings. First part is our default settings for model and effort that you want to use. Then there is a theme, then notifications and appearance, and then you check or uncheck the glow effect. Okay, so now a prompt. We have to catch situations whenever an agent responds with invalid authentication credentials. And now we don't detect it as we should. There should be an information that there is an input awaiting for a session. And I want you to show a toast with warning that this session should move to awaiting for input. And here is part of a message that I've seen in the terminal. If you would like to learn more, please run sub-agents that will verify in the Cloud Code documentation what is exactly the response in this case and a code of a response. Okay, so we're gonna start simple as usual. So I'm talking about the MySQL rows. We're gonna start with read only, and we're gonna limit it to 200 exactly as an agent suggested. We do small steps every day, and we are consistent, and that's why at the end this is going to be a great IDE for you. Of course, this is my wish, and if you give it a try, if you have thoughts, please share them. You can join our Discord server. There is a dedicated channel. Once you try Shikigami, please let me know what you think, what needs to be improved. And if you have suggestions, I'm as well open to hear them and to implement them in the application. And I almost forgot, because last time we as well worked on codecs on GPT models. We wanted to bring it to the application, and there is already an implementation plan for it. So my suggestion is that we're gonna continue on that as well. Let me take a look at the sessions, cloud session state, because actually for that one I would like to use X high, and maybe we're gonna test it. We're gonna test the X high effort. Let's verify what the difference is. So the worktree, we already created a worktree. That's the GPT worktree. Let's take a look. Okay, this is correct. So the worktree is correct, GPT, and I have a prompt. I'm gonna paste it. And let's wait for a response from an agent. Okay, and we're gonna switch to writing to the implementation plan phase, to writing the implementation plan on the tables row component. I want you to run code review and architecture review on the plan that you're gonna prepare. And the same is for the tables list. Ah, no, wait, so the first step was the... Ah, okay, no, this is correct. Okay, so the MySQL table rows feature spec was there and we switched to the plan, but list of tables is in the still in the spec phase. Okay. Okay, so I want you to prepare now the implementation plan for this task. I want you to run sub-agents to verify the code, snippets, then the architecture, and also how the integration with in-app notification is handled. I also want you to run a sub-agent that will verify how can we as well attach this handling to GPT models. But for now, in terms of implementation, I want you to focus only on the Claude Code area, not Codex side. Or you know what? No, let's remove it. So only Claude Code for now, and then later we can extend it. So before we proceed with implementation, I want you to first run a sub-agent that will one more time verify the plan and the suggested solution. If this is correct, if the plan is fine, I want you to then switch to the sub-agent driven development. But before you do that, please let me know what is the result of the sub-agent findings. Okay, so please remember that is the plan. That is the plan. 2 days, and we're gonna launch it. We're gonna make it public for you. Please remember that this is beta. This is going to be a beta version, fully working. So we support Claude Code for now. We are working on the GPT implementation. We just started an agent. That guy on the right, in the right bottom corner, that guy is taking care of proceeding with the plan that we've prepared in the last session. If you would like to know how we did it, please take a look at the previous session. So yeah, the agentic coding area where you can manage your sessions. And then if you would like to code manually on preview or preview the code that was created by agents, you can easily do it. All you have to do is just switch to the editor area, and then you can take a look at the code and judge the agent's work. Now we have as well terminal session support. You can add multiple of them. And now we are as well working on extending the databases integration. For now, you can define the connection, you can test the connection, then choose a database that you want to preview. But these guys at the top, they are working on bringing to Shikigami preview of tables and list of tables that are available for a database. And please let me know what is your operating system. That's the poll for today. Okay, perfect. So now I want you to proceed with this and prepare an implementation plan. After you do this, I want you to run code review and the architecture review on the snippets and on the structure that you've created within the plan. Okay, so it's a bit calm now, so I'm gonna start another agent that will start working on MySQL query console feature. And I see two ways here, two options. So one of them will be a bottom toolbar where you can type queries and then run them against a selected database, database, or you click here, you choose a database, you click right mouse button, and then you choose query console and it will open here. Well, then it's gonna be similar to the tables preview behavior. Okay, but the first thing, we can start from making a research. And then once the table rows feature will be merged into the main branch, then the agent that is creating the query console feature can proceed and resume its work. Okay, but wait a second. So the GPT guy has some findings. Let's take a look at it. Okay, good. Thank you for these findings, and I want you to fix all of them. Once you do that, please let me know, then we're gonna continue with the implementation, but stop after making fixes. Okay, and now the query console thing. I want you to research and analyze how can we bring a MySQL query console to the Shikigami application. Please verify if there is a library available that we can use that will highlight syntax that will validate correctness of MySQL queries. Or is it too much and it's not the best idea to bring everything at the first iteration? So first thing is to run sub-agents, verify, and then please let me know what is the result. Okay, cool, and we can start the implementation for a authentication required fix. Okay, great. I want you to run a sub-agent driven option. I want you as well to run code review and code review after each milestone, then final code review and the architecture review. Plus, please verify with a special care if the in-app notification system is handling authentication errors. Okay, and that means that I can move these. I can move these into in progress. And as well the MySQL query console into planning. And in the meantime, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please as well cast your vote. What is your operating system? Is it Ubuntu, macOS? And if this is something different, please let me know in the comments section. Okay, so it means that we're gonna support query execution and syntax highlighting, and I'm fine with that. No validation, this is fine as well. For the first iteration, I am okay with that. So we can continue now with the brainstorming session, where to put the query console and how it should behave, how a user should access the console. Okay, so the MySQL list agent, MySQL list of tables agent is asking about end-to-end tests. I'm gonna do it later. I already have plenty of end-to-end tests. I'm happy about it. But let's for now skip it, because it's gonna blink on a screen, and I don't want that during live streams. So it means we can start the implementation of another thing. Okay, good. I want you to run this app agent driven development. Please run a code review after each milestone, and then the final code review and the architecture review. Okay, so this is the list of tables. Okay, we don't have a ticket for that. Let me add it now. And the tables preview as well is ready. Okay, great. I want you to run sub-agent driven development. Please remember to run code review after each milestone and then the final code review and the architecture review. And it means as well, my dear viewers, that we can move this one and this one as well, or maybe we can just remove one of these cards. So I'm gonna remove that one, and then here we can rename a database, tables preview, this is the component, and logic. Okay, so we have a question about where the query console live in the application, and that is gonna be a okay, this is a good question. Let me think about it. Let's chat about it. So I was wondering if we could have a query console working the same way as a preview of a file. So it means once I decide that I want to run a query console will look like an empty file, and inside that file I can type my query and then I can run it, and once I run it, a new tab will be opened with a result of that query. User can decide if wants to rename the query console, to attach a name to it and save it, and then it should be saved under a database that it was created for in a tree within a database. Yeah, we can brainstorm on it, and you can prepare a few designs, and then we can choose which way we would like to go. You can spin up a localhost server and then present 4 different options. Please remember that I want to have it tied to a database. I want to make an option to rename a query console, and it should be a tab within the editor area, same as files. Okay, maybe it's gonna be too complex. Maybe we should maybe break it down into a smaller issues, but let's give it a try. Okay, so does it mean that I have to install codecs right away for you? Could you please group tasks together in groups that are for a group for tasks that are related to each other? Please try use NVM. Okay, so in this case, it means we have 7 phases, and I want you to run sub-agent driven development. And then after each phase, I want you to run a code review. And then after the final phase, I want you to run code and architecture review. Please open my browser one more time. Okay, dear viewers, so these are the designs, the options. Let me make it bigger for you. Okay, maybe actually that makes sense. So if you double click on a table, then preview for a default, for a basic preview, will be opened for you as a file in the same way as a file in the editor area. But if you run a custom query, then the custom query edit field is like a file, behaves like a file preview, but then the result is in a space down below presented for you. I consider one of these two, either A or C, because that doesn't make sense to have it in this panel. It's very narrow, doesn't make sense. This, I don't like it as well, because this is a completely new design and I don't want to have a special handling only for that case. This isn't necessary. That's not this type of a project that requires such an exception. So A or C. So let me show you. So the C option, I like it most. So it's like this. I click on a new query button. Then it's gonna bring me here. Here I'm gonna type a query, and then the result will be presented here. Maybe that makes sense, but I'm not sure if it's gonna include a horizontal scroll. If it's gonna be smart enough, let's see. Maybe yes. Okay, so I am choosing the option C. Are there any questions around it? Any uncertainty from your side? Okay, and by the way, we have now 4 tasks in progress. So this is how it looks. Database tables preview, list of tables in the database area, then invalid authentication notification, and GPT models in Shikigami. So these are the 4 things that are working on now that the agents are taking care of implementing this. If you like what I'm doing, then please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please remember that Shikigami is the Agentic IDE. It's a free option for you if you are web developers, if you are people that are looking for a free software that will allow them to easily manage multiple agent sessions with a work tree mechanism, then Shikigami is for you. And as I said, it's gonna be free, and I'm waiting feedback from you. I'm open for ideas, for improvement ideas, and of course, if there are any bugs, please let me know as well. Consider joining our Discord server, the link is in the description, and I'm also gonna put a comment with a link to the Discord server. There is a dedicated channel for Shikigami, and as well, it's not that we are only talking about Shikigami, because the Discord server name is the European Vibe Engineers, and I would like to start a community of European Vibe engineers that are willing to share knowledge and learn from each other. Okay, so let me respond. Sorry, let me answer. Okay, so the first thing, a scope of saved queries. They live next to a database and are independent from a workspace. No, wait, let me verify one thing. So these are databases. Now I'm switching to a different workspace, and okay, so I remembered that correctly. Okay, so it means that the state of queries is global, and we don't have to save them as the SQL SQL files. If this is fine for you, then we can consider that resolved. If not, then please let me know why. And the query results, okay, this is the one tab that is gonna be shared across all query consoles. And the thing is that we have to refresh only once user confirmed that wants to refresh a query. So we also need to include a button run a query. Okay, so that is the third question. Yeah, so number 4 is a run button, and I want to have a run button, not a shortcut for that. Yes, and number 5, so the default limit is 100. And yes, you can, so number 6, yes, you can run, but then we're gonna autosave that query with a generic name, query console 1, query console 2, etc. Okay, and it's almost, no, it's more than an hour of the live stream, and because we have now a special time, which means there is a football tournament, so I would like to finish soon because I also would like to take a look at some games. I think you as well, so we're gonna wrap it up. What is the state? Okay, so we have 5 agents. They are working on the Shikigami application, which is the Agentic IDE, exactly the application that you are looking at. We are working on last fixes and last improvements before the release, the public beta release. That will happen. Let me show you. So this is the timer, this is the countdown. 2 days and 3 hours. In 2 days and 3 hours, it's gonna be available for you to test it, to let me know if you like it or not. If you like, then what you like, what you don't like. I would like to learn what you think, what is your feedback. And one more time, quick reminder, you can switch between the agentic coding area and the editor area. You can add multiple workspaces. If you work on more than one project, then this is possible for you to run 2 agents in one area, in one workspace, then 4 in another workspace. You can switch between editor, looking at the file, looking at the code, providing feedback to agents. If you are more experienced user, then it's gonna be very helpful for you. If you are just at the beginning, then you can learn from the code base, and then you can focus on the agentic coding area where you're gonna interact with your agents. The application will be for free for now. As it is today, the GPT model is still in the support for the GPT model is still in progress. So for now, it supports only Cloud Code. Please be aware. And 2 operating systems that we're going to support in today's first is the macOS and the second one is the Ubuntu. Okay, the last look at the state of the development. Top 3 agents, very busy. Then the GPT agent that is taking care of bringing GPT and codecs to the application, busy as well. And then the query console, it's about to write a spec. Okay, the spec is ready, so it means I'm gonna switch it to the implementation, into preparing an implementation plan in a minute, but that I'm gonna do off stream. So thank you for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like what I'm doing, then please let me know either by joining our Discord server or leaving a like. And don't miss the public release. We also have already included the auto updater, so don't worry if you find a bug. If you let me know, we're gonna fix it during live stream or off stream. It depends what is the day of a week. Cause if you don't know, then a friendly reminder: I have a 9 to 5 commitment. This is a hobby project, free to use, but still this is a hobby project, so don't expect. If there will be too many bugs, I cannot resolve them right away, but I can guarantee that every update will be shipped to you seamlessly because the auto updater is included, the Electron updater module. Okay, so that is for today. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day, have a nice evening, and bye bye. Take care.